Yeah, it's a good point. Like everything that's been put out, it's all offering acceptance, isn't it? It's all fear, and if we accept it,
Yeah.
then we go to their side pretty much, and that's their only tool, really. It's their only
It's their
weapon.
It's about not living in that lower vibrational mind state of and emotion of the fear, of the hate, of the sadness, and to elevate yourself up to the joy, the happiness, the love, and then being in that fourth or fifth dimensional consciousness where you're then connecting to your soul self, to the Akashic records, and to like the divine and the source consciousness, right? And the collective consciousness. And once you're there, you have the power of the ancestors, you have your guardian angels, you have even your own self, right? And from that is how to tap in and know that there's so much more to the universe, to existence, and to your moment in time.
And I think your work has a lot to do with that, Bernard. And we've talked about some of the philosophers and scientists like Walter Russell, Tesla, Royal Rife, others as well, that their work is still out there, but they've been marginalized and, kind of put under the rug of history. They're there, but they don't get put forward in school or anything like that.
No, and they're put up as quacks, a bit as well, aren't they? That they're not mainstream, so they're, and of course they hide all the evidence, so everyone just thinks, oh, it's just a crazy idea that it never came to anything. But the truth is, most of these people's they created heaps of stuff. That's why they were silenced.
Even in spite of all of that and all of the efforts that have been made, I know even in my own case, I mean, the chances of me waking up were like that. I just happened to make the right choices at the right time that took me away from what would have, kept me asleep. And I grew up in a, white Anglo-Saxon Protestant, mostly middle-class family, knew nothing about any of this and still don't. It's not a conversation I can have with my family. Not a part of their world at all. And so, and that there's probably stories like that, between us and then the people that watch our, YouTube channels and things like that. They're looking for answers and looking for something different because they know something's really wrong. I do believe they're losing their power. I mean, I just they're still trying, but they're so exposed now, and they can only get away with it before when they weren't exposed and nobody knew what was going on.
Not that you don't have the capabilities, or not that you're succeeding at what you were doing. It's just that it's shoving you or pushing you in the direction of the spiritual side of things. And that, especially in the Western society, is where so many people get lost and are trapped these days, and then are able to fall into that cycle of division, polarization, divide and conquer, and then traumatized, and then fall into the even worse cycle of the negative feedback loops of trauma, right? But that's why this lockdown has probably been the greatest thing that has happened for the Western world. How we're taking out of being that daily cog in the gear and then put into a position where they had to finally deal with themselves and their own spiritual voice and consciousness telling them where to go or to start looking. And thank goodness, more than ever, people are waking up and coming on and doing their own things and following that journey.
Yeah, and that's truth.